Okay. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Shannon and this is a very exciting video because it's my first official video from my room in England. So here's a little sneak peek. I want to do a room tour, so I won't show you the whole thing, but here's my cool little wall by my bed. So as the title suggests, this is a recap video of January. My friend Erin actually gave me this idea since I was telling in my previous video that I don't want to be doing videos all the time. And plus, to be honest, January was a little bit boring for me, so I thought this would be a good idea. So I don't really have a set format. Like, since January was so boring for me, I only have a couple things, like, I guess, topics I want to talk about, but in later months I might change it up a little bit because I'm doing more traveling, doing more exciting things. So at least for right this month I have my notes with me. I'm going to talk about some highlights from the month, what I've learned throughout January, some music that I've been listening to recently, and then looking ahead to February. Yeah, mostly just February. So, to get us started here with some highlights from the month. Like I said, January was pretty boring for me, but I did do a couple fun things. The first thing was I still had a month left, sorry, not a month, a week at home back in Ohio before I came back here. And that was a lot of fun. I made sure to hang out with a lot of my friends before I left, like my emo night squad. With my friend Elizabeth, and then my Common Grounds buddies, aka Erin, Nick, and Caitlin, and I think that's basically everybody. I'll scatter a couple pictures in, sorry if I forgot, but it was nice to be home for a little bit longer, just relax a little bit before I went home, and then thankfully when I left, I flew out to come back to Leeds on the 7th. It was a smooth flight. So compared to when I was going home in December, I was very grateful that it was smooth. I met this really nice old lady on my flight. She was super nice, and thankfully made it back safely to Leeds. And then basically, since I kind of put off my essays while I was home, because, you know, enjoying my time at home, ha ha ha. As soon as I got back, I was like in just strict essay mode, which is why most of January was boring for me. So basically, England's weird and your classes end in December, but then like sometimes your assignments or exams aren't until January. So I'm like, great. So basically, I came back here and just spent like the next like week and a half, like 2 weeks roughly, in the libraries here. Like, I would go to the one, and then if I knew I was going to be up past like midnight, I would go to the 24-hour one. So I'm just like sitting there. I literally wrote one essay in a night, like 3,000 words. So I basically had to write 10,000 words in total. So the one essay was 3,000, busted it out at night somehow, and then the next one was the most obnoxious essay I've ever written. I think for that one I ended up writing like 4,500 words in a day, and I was just like, done. I did get it done on time, thank goodness. They're probably not my best works, but I did my best. So because of that, like I said, that was the bulk of my January so far, so it was making me a little stressed and everything. So I wasn't, usually when it comes to essays I just focus in on that. I don't let myself do anything else, so that's why strict essay mode. But the most fun thing I did this month so far was I went to one gig. It was Seaway, Woes, and Lizzie Farrell. I think I'm saying her name right. It was Seaway's UK tour. It was coming through Leeds. I was like, of course I have to go. That was my one study break I gave myself. It was a lot of fun. I will insert a clip or two here.
What next? Every day
ton of fun. Seaway I always say is like my guilty pleasure bands. I don't know. Sometimes I feel weird for saying I like Seaway, but yeah, it was a ton of fun. Their new album's really grown on me, so it was really fun to jam out. And I kept going like, play Sabrina the Teenage Bitch, even though I was already on their set list. I got to meet Ken. Unfortunately, he was the only one I got to talk to from Seaway, but it was still fun. I've seen him so many times, so it's okay. So like I said, that was basically the big fun thing I did this month. And then besides that, my classes started up again. So I basically finished my essays, had like weekend where I got to relax a little bit, and then classes started up. This semester is logistically a little bit easier for me. I only have 3 classes, and they don't have a ton of reading. But I just have a lot more work involved. I have my placement and just more projects, I would say. Not so much the reading, but I definitely have more projects involved. And plus my dissertation, so yay! And then the other good thing about the month, I guess kind of one of the last things was, I got a haircut. You can't really tell because it's basically just a trim, and I'm having a bad hair day today, so. But it's kind of a big deal for me because I only usually trust one lady with my hair. Because, like, every time I get a haircut, they're like, your hair is so thick. I'm like, I know. But I really needed a trim. It was looking kind of ratchety. So, yeah, just went. Thankfully, it went okay. And, yeah, just got a trim. So nothing super exciting. But, and then lastly, I've gotten to see so many pals and just catch up since I haven't seen a lot of my friends in, like, a whole month. And a little bit more than that. So it was really good. I got to catch up a lot with my friend Tara. I've just hung out with her so many times since classes started. And then, of course, my Rock Sock pals. Like, the weekend I had off before classes, I got to catch up with my friend Jack, which was super great because I missed him so much. And obviously, we went out to Key Club. Still waiting for them to put pictures up, so hopefully they do by the time I go to edit this. But yeah, like my friend Jack, just like, and then... God, just so many people, especially when classes started. I got to see all my classmates that I've missed for the month or so. And this Friday was actually a lot of fun too because it was our very first like Rock Sock social back, basically. So there was just so many people, and me being the American, I was like, I need to give hugs to everybody. And then also a couple of my friends had house parties, which was fun because I realized like British house parties are pretty cool. Like they're not stereotypical like what you would expect from like American house party where everyone's like, let's do cakes and yeah, house party, blah. This is honestly sometimes they're pretty chill, which is nice. And for whatever reason, I've managed to slap a guy at each house party. Like I promise I've asked them like, you're sure I can slap you, right? And they're like, yeah, go for it. I'm like, yes. So I don't know, it's just a random trend apparently I'm starting. But yeah, one was for my friend Mel's, and then the other one was for my friend John's birthday. So it was a lot of fun. Just, again, catching up, hanging out with my friends. Kind of giving myself this first week to have a lot of fun. Those are the highlights, I guess. Of course, me talking forever here. And the next thing, what I've learned. Basically, although this month's kind of been, like, there's been some fun parts and whatnot, I just, like, really struggled with the idea of self-love. And my friends would know what I'm talking about here. So basically, like, I would say I'm a very confident person, you know, I'm very outgoing, extroverted, but just, like, lately I've just felt so, I don't know, I've just kind of been beating myself up a lot more than I should, been having, like, a lot of anxious thoughts and everything, so I'm trying to work towards that. I don't know how much I'm going to put on blast on the public view for YouTube, but it's just been something I've been dealing with, and I'm just trying to work and get better about it because I know I'm a great person. Like, it's sounding egotistical right now, but you just gotta have self-confidence in yourself and whatnot. So that's something I'm starting to struggle with, but trying to get help before it gets even worse, if that makes sense. And then also some funny things. I've learned my go-to dance move lately is a kick in the air. So when I'm at Key Club, you know, jamming with my friends, I'll just go like this. I don't know why. Like, I promise I don't like end up kicking anybody, but I'm just like feeling it. I'm like, yeah. So I don't know why, but it's my go-to dance move lately. We'll see if it sticks. I think it will because it's just me being crazy and rambunctious. And lastly, the last thing I've learned is I just really love being in England. I think since coming back, I feel so settled here now, and I love being here and just Leeds in general, and just the fact that I have so many friends now, and I didn't like have to say goodbye forever. Just like I wasn't just staying for the semester. I'm still here the whole year. Like I can still grow those friendships and hang out with them all the time, and just really get rooted here in Leeds. Like I would love to stay in England, so I don't have to just kind of uproot and like start again somewhere new. But so yeah, I realized I really love it here, and hopefully I'm able to stay. Third topic is music. So I figured I would tell you all some music I've been jamming to lately in the month of January. And this month isn't the best because I realized I was looking at my Spotify playlist, and all the bands I've been listening to aren't really like, it's not like new music per se, but so I've been listening to this band a lot called Waster, but it's spelled like W-S-T-R. They're from Liverpool here in England, and I saw them in December, and I don't know, I just started getting into them because they're very pop punk, just, I don't know, aggressive. I like it. So their most recent album came out like a year ago actually, but it's really good. So I've just been jamming that. I think it's called like Red, Green, and In Between. Yes, I think that's right. And then besides Waster, I've also been like non-stop listening to Knuckle Puck. Like they've definitely grown to be one of my favorite bands. I obviously have a tattoo of theirs. And their album came out in October. It's called Shapeshifter, and I've been listening to that a lot, but I also really like their Everything is Copacetic album. So yeah, if I'm just in a weird mood, I'll just like throw on Knuckle Puck and just fucking, I'll like be walking down the street and I'll be like mouthing the words to Pretense to myself or Untitled or something. But yeah, I'm excited. They're playing Slam Dunk, so I can't wait to see them because it's been forever. Yeah, so Knuckle Puck, definitely check them out. They're fabulous. And then there's a small band called Woes, the ones I saw with Seaway. I actually saw them back in October, and then I didn't really get into them until after the Seaway show. Like they're still really small. They're from like Scotland, somewhere up in Scotland. But their songs are catchy, they've grown on me, so yeah, check out Woes. It's literally just Woes. And then Don Bronco's new song, I think it came out in December, but it's like the Come Out to LA song. That's really catchy. I'm seeing them next month, super excited. Oh, and actually, that carries me on to my last point of what I'm looking ahead to in February. I promise February will be a lot more exciting than January, because first things first, I start my placement next week. I'm super duper excited for that. I'm at the Royal Armouries here in Leeds, and I don't know, I won't bore you with the details too much, but I'm super excited. I'll probably attempt to get some pictures and clips if I can. Maybe not so much behind the scenes, but just in the museum in general. So that's going to be basically the whole semester. I'm super excited. And then secondly, I have lots of gigs coming up. I am seeing a band called Dry Jacket on Valentine's Day actually, so date for myself. And then Don Broco, that's actually just a couple days after that. And then I think that's all for February. I don't know. My brain's just not working today. And speaking of music, actually, I am going to be starting up a blog. I have not too many expectations for it, but it's just something I've been really wanting to do for a while. And it's basically going to be looking at band histories. But basically, I don't know, I just really miss interviewing bands, and I just needed some sort of platform to do it on. So I'm going to try to start this blog. My first interview is actually going to be with Dry Jacket in a couple weeks on Valentine's Day. Thank you to them for actually wanting to do this, since I don't actually have like anything I can like show. I was just basically like, hey, this is my idea, I want to do an interview. So that's coming up. And then lastly, what I have to look forward to is traveling. I'm finally getting out of Leeds. I've been here for the whole month. I love the city, but I like just need to get away for a little bit. Actually, I'm going to Bradford for the day to check out some museums there, but that doesn't really count since it's like just around the corner. But then I'm also going to York for a weekend to visit my friend Jess. I really miss York and just want to go and have fun with her. Just explore York again. It's been, God, God, it's been so long since I've been there actually. So yeah, just basically that's been my January and what I'm looking forward to in February. This month's been a little rough, but I've had a couple fun things like the gig and everything in there. And honestly, February should be a lot better. It's shorter. So hopefully, and the weather's been pretty nice in England, and hopefully it'll continue to be nicer into February. But yeah, that's basically my January recap. I hope this just wasn't too rambly and out of whack, but if you have any ideas about other things I could talk about, maybe like, I don't know, products I liked. I think a lot of people do that in recap videos, or anything else, let me know in the comments. If you think I ramble too much, also let me know about that. I think that's about it. Oh, I guess if you have any ideas about places I should travel to, or gigs coming up I might not know about, or bands you would like maybe see me want to interview, definitely let me know. But yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna end this because it's getting a little too long right now. Hope you enjoyed my January recap, ramble, mess of a video, and get excited for more videos coming from me here in England. It'll be great. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.